Welcome back to another week at Your Self-Love Coach. For those that don't know me, my name is ALEISHA Workman and I help you with relationships, dating, self-love and inner confidence. Today, we're talking about how to keep your relationship strong and healthy. We all know that relationships can seem quite tough, and we know that they're challenging and they require us to work on them and put in effort to learn about ourselves and grow as individuals. And if we can do this and grow and expand from this information, then we are able to have beautiful and blossoming relationships. Make sure you stay tuned to the end because some of the stuff I tell you today will absolutely shock you, and they may be things you don't even realize that you're doing or that your partner is doing, and you will become so much more aware. First thing that you can do to keep your relationship strong and healthy is realize when you are comparing your partner. There is such things which John Gottman talks about in one of his books, and he says that when we start to compare our partner but in a negative way to somebody else, therefore when the other person always wins over our partner, this is something that can become extremely negative and spiral down really quickly. If your partner always loses in the eyes of you when you're comparing them with somebody else, this is dangerous and you want to be able to stop it. You want to either not compare at all or make sure that if you are doing that comparing work, that your partner is the winner and not another man or another lady. The next thing that you want to do to keep your relationship strong and healthy is spend one-on-one time. I see so many couples where they're together and they might be at home together for the whole day, but they're playing on their phones or they're doing things, but they're not really connecting. You're much better off to spend less time with your partner, but when you are spending time together, you're not distracted by phones or other devices that can come in and be part of a problem that we're facing today. Do you ever go to a cafe and you see couples and they're on their phone and they might be saying a few words to each other, but their phone seems more important than what's in front of them? This is so common today in 2020, and it's something that absolutely destroys relationships. Whenever your phone is on the table and there's someone in front of you or multiple people in front of you, you are communicating that your phone is more important than those people in front of you. So when you're spending one-on-one time with your partner, put that phone away. You don't need it there, and you don't need to respond to people on the spot. They can wait because the person right in front of you, the one that you love, is so important and you want to make them feel important. The next thing that you can do, which is something that may surprise you, and that is make sure you have the same view about what cheating and betrayal is. It would also surprise you that when you realize what I might think what cheating is and what somebody else thinks cheating is two completely different things. So you or your partner may do something and it crosses the other one's boundary, but you don't even realize it. Generally speaking, if you're doing something or your partner's doing something that you know would hurt them or they know would hurt you, that is going toward the line of cheating. It doesn't always need to be a sexual affair, it can be something else, but you need to have the same views on what it is and clear boundaries to make sure that you don't step over those boundaries. The fourth way to keep your relationship strong and healthy is to make sure that your relationship is a private one. There is a saying that says a private life is a happy life, and this is also true in relationships. Sometimes we involve our family, we involve our friends, we involve people that we care about and we want their opinion, but often it's something that we need to work out within ourselves. And if you're going to share your relationship with your loved ones and you share about your partner and yourself, you need to make sure that you're always bringing it back to your partner and not being influenced by those people around you, because they never know what's really going on the inside. So by keeping it private, or maybe having one or two people that you trust and that you share with, is far better off than sharing it with everybody else outside of your relationship. The next thing, which is so important, and you will start to notice this once I've said it, But if you're down on self-love and you don't like yourself, this comes into your relationship and your partner will be able to read it and pick up on it, and it will affect the way that you respond to them, the way that you talk to them, how energetic you are, and this is a really big killer. A lot of relationships will actually fail because you don't have enough self-love, or maybe the partner you're with or whoever it is that you're looking at, they don't have enough self-love. Next thing that you can do to keep your relationship strong and healthy is recognize toxic behaviors. Toxic behaviors can be things such as manipulating each other, swearing in arguments, and these are things that once you do them, you can't stop, and they tend to get worse and worse. So look out for those things, and if it's your partner that might start swearing during an argument, make sure that you try and call them out on it and say, hey, I don't mind if you raise your voice, but let's not get to that level where we start swearing at each other or that language becomes abusive and mean, because this starts to get unhealthy and it can ruin and damage the relationship. The seventh thing that you can do is look at the things that you love about your partner. Appreciate them every day in one small way and remember why you chose them over someone else. What are all the things that you love about them? Because as the relationship goes on, we tend to focus on all the things that we don't like rather than the things that we do like, and we forget why we even went with that partner in the first place. But those traits are still there, and you might be hiding over them or just focusing on all the negative ones, but the beauty in your partner is still there. So try and focus on that and remember why you love and chose that person. The eighth thing that you can do to keep your relationship strong and healthy is bring your attention back to your partner. We often get things coming up in our life day to day and we start to lose focus on our partner, or things might distract us. We may start to pay attention to somebody else, but always bring attention back to your partner. One of the best things that I've ever heard is John Gray wrote about this in one of his books, and he said that when a man is looking at another woman, men, you need to come home and bring that attention back to your partner rather than thinking about other people on the outside world. If we're honest, we can get distracted. We can look at other people and we can see the beauty in other people because we don't really know them. So that's what happened with our partner when we met them. But you want to bring that focus back to your partner, and like the seventh thing that I told you, you want to appreciate things about your partner and remember the things that you love them for. The last thing, which is an absolute beauty, is something that really helped me, and it helps me from time to time, and it is something that is absolutely gold if you can do it, and this is something called a love letter. There's a lot of famous people that talk about this or have it written in some of their books. People such as Teal Swan or John Gray. And what it is it's 5 basic emotions, and you run through on paper writing down exactly what you feel. This works well when you're upset with your partner, when you're angry about something. What you do is you start off with all of your angry feelings, then you move down to sadness, you move down to embarrassment, and all of those vulnerable feelings, and at the end you finish with love. And what it does is it makes you realize what is it that you're really upset about and what do you want from your partner. This is a beautiful practice, and before you approach your partner about something that you're upset about, this can help soften it, and you can actually realize what it is that you want to express. Because when we express anger, it's normally not what our actual problem is. There is always an underlying sadness that we feel, or a vulnerable feeling that we're feeling, and we're scared to express it. So anger will always come out first. So you want to get down to the bottom of your feelings, and I will link below what you can read to go through that love letter, and it's something you can practice from time to time, and I hope you love it as much as I do. I have loved sharing these 9 ways with you that you can keep your relationships strong and healthy. If this video has helped you today, please consider subscribing for more of my weekly upcoming videos to help you in all of the areas of your life to live a better, happier, and healthier life. See you again in my next video.